Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna,
Let's start, yes. Let's start with the lecture, probably.
Okay.
Well, it's
Start. Okay.
Okay, thank you for before we begin. We'll just shorten Simati will do.
Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maiya ki jai. Shri Sarva Vigna Vinashak Shri Lakshmipati Narsimha Bhagwan ki jai. Shrimani Shri Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Jagat Guru Shri Shri Gaur Nitai Bhagwan ki jai. Jagat Guru Shri Prabhupada ki jai. Hari Ram Desh Dham ki jai. Hari Hari Bol. Narasimha Caturdasi Mahamotsava ki jai.
Abgemeldet. Sie hat gesagt, sie hat nichts von uns gehört, sie ist nicht in der Konferenz drin, jetzt geht sie woanders hin. Das geht so nicht. Gott, was soll das?
Eine ganz fertig.
Warum ist es so und nicht so?
Weil es jetzt von Anfang an machen müssen.
Ja, warum hat das nicht von Anfang an
Weil
gemacht?
alles Hektik.
Nein, du hast immer eine Ausrede. Du hast immer eine Ausrede für alles, was du machst. So, jetzt kannst du mal wechseln, weil das ist ein
Und es geht
Abschluss.
jetzt nicht mehr.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
I beg blessings, mercy, forgiveness, compassion, tolerance, corrections, and everything from Mother Dina Sharana, my Siksha Guru, my representative of my Guru Maharaj. So, because of her mercy, I am alive. So, Mother Dina Sharana ki
Srila Prabhupada ki.
Yeah.
We are all here because Srila Prabhupada and your Guru Maharaj.
So, let us beg the blessings also from our other acharyas by chanting our Mangalacharan. So, everyone kindly join. Everyone on the Zoom, my most humble obeisances to all of you and all the dear devotees present here. So, please kindly give a blessing so that we can discuss the pastimes of Lord Nrsimhadev from Srimad Bhagavatam. So, let us recite Mangalacharan all together. Om Jnanatirandasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurum Militam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatham Sahagana Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadavaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhavitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhu Vacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Now we got it. Okay, perfect. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Evo Krishna Te Radhana Swami Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Krishna Evo Krishna Te Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namo Namaste Saraswati Gaur Bhanta Charitanya Krishna Paschat Desharane. Hare Krishna. So today we have all gathered here at this most auspicious dham where all the Vaishnavas have come together. So we have here all come together to discuss the wonderful pastimes of the Lord, and the Lord appears in many unlimited forms, and So today we are going to discuss a very beautiful form of the Lord called Adbhuta Shringam. It's like very mystical and very amazing form of the Lord. So, we'll recite one of the shloka from Chaitanya Charitamrita to understand about. Yes, ma'am. So we'll be discussing some of the beautiful pastimes of the Lord, the meaning of the name of the Lord, and the appearance, how the Lord appeared, how the Lord looked like, and then also we'll be discussing about Nam, Rupa, Guna, Lila, the qualities of the Lord. So some of the wonderful, majestic qualities.
Kann man das leiser machen, diesen Hall?
Excuse me, we have to just. Oh, das geht nicht, das musst du was machen. Oh, das ist check bei dir oder bei jemand anders.
Okay, so let us recite the shloka from the Srimad Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Charitamrita.
Ah ja.
Yes. Krishna Nama Krishna Guna Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishna Nama, Krishna Guna, Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishnera Swarupa Sama Sabachit Ananda.
Krishna Swarupa Sama Ananda.
Krishna Nama Krishna Guna Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishna Nama, Krishna Guna, Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishnera Swarupa Sama Sabachit Ananda.
Krishna Swarupa Sama Ananda.
Krishna Nama Krishna Guna Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishna Nama, Krishna Guna, Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishnera Swarupa
I cannot do
Sama
it. It's
Sabachit
because it's a live stream.
Ananda.
Krishna Nam, Krishna
The same
Guna,
name.
Krishna
And now if I stop it,
Lila
Krishna Nama Krishna Guna Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishnera Swarupa
Now it's
Sama
going.
Sabasichananda.
Krishnera Swarupa Sama Sabachit Ananda.
Krishna Nama, Krishna Guna, Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishna Nama Krishna Guna Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishna Swarupa Sama Sabachittananda.
it's okay.
Krishnera Swarupa Sama Sabachit Ananda.
No, it's okay.
Want to try with it?
But it's not good.
Krishna Nama, Krishna Guna, Krishna Lila
If you go more near,
Vrinda.
then
Krishna Nama Krishna Guna Krishna Lila Vrinda.
I cannot read.
Krishna Swarupa Samasta Sabachidānanda.
Krishnera Swarupa Sama Sabachit-ānanda.
Joy.
That's a translation. This is from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita Madhya Lila and 17th chapter 135th shloka. Krishna's holy name, transcendental qualities and transcendental pastimes are all equal to Lord Krishna himself. They are all spiritual and full of bliss. So the real world. So there are many reasons. And Chaitanya Charitamrita.
It's good. It's good.
In Chaitanya Charitamrita, so we can read that there are so many internal reasons why the Lord appears, and there are also so many external reasons why the Lord appears on this planet. So, yes, amongst the external reasons, so we know specifically that Sri Krishna descends again and again on this material world to re-establish the eternal religious principles. So again and again in all the yugas, whenever and wherever there is a decline in the dharma, in the practices of spiritual rules and regulations, so Krishna again and again incarnates in different forms to Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya dushkritam dharma samsthapanataya sambhavami yuge yuge. So, to save the devotees, Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya dushkritam, to destroy those who are troubling the devotees and who are not following the rules and regulations given by Krishna, and they are doing something else actually. And then by protecting the devotees and eliminating those who are demoniac, so Krishna, what he does is he establishes the eternal religious principles. Dharma samsthapanataya. So samsthapana means to establish. Yeah? So when we call our Srila Prabhupada in the official meeting, so in Hindi it is translated Samsthapakacharya, the founder Acharya of the International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Samsthapakacharya means like the founder Acharya, you know. So like this, so Krishna refines the dharma once again, you know. So, and Krishna has incarnated in so many different forms, yeah. So we can also see that Krishna comes in the beautiful form of Matsya, in the form of a fish. And what's that avatar called?
Matsya avatar.
Matsya avatar. And in Dashavatar Stotram, how it is called? Keshavadhita?
Which one? Tortoise? No.
In Dashavatar.
Dashavatar.
Yes. So who wrote Dashavatar?
Is that the song Keshavadita
Yes,
Narahari
ma'am.
Rupa
Mhm.
Jai Jagadisa Hare?
Yes. Okay. So in that song it is said Keshavadhrita Meena Sharira Jai Jagadisha Hare. Meena Sharira. So Meena means fish.
I Meena Shari.
So now we may look at a fish, but the fish is not that attractive. I mean, if we can look, we go to how we say different aquarium, yeah, and we try to like explore the different varieties of aquatics available in that aquarium. Yes, but here, after 30 minutes or 40 minutes or maybe 2 hours, we will be completely bored, you know. So we will want to do something new, something else. But when Krishna appears as a Meena Sharira, when Krishna comes even as a fish, you know, he is still all attractive. As the name says, you know, Krishna means all attractive. It's the same way that Krishna, when he does certain pastime, as it is here said, the holy name of Krishna, the transcendental qualities of Krishna, and the transcendental pastimes, you know, in which he is taking different forms. So one of the other form, which is very astonishing, is Kurma. Kurma Sharira. Keshavadita, Kurma Sharira. Kurma is a Kurma is which form?
Tortoise?
It's a tortoise. Yes. So how long we can adore the tortoise? You know, we can play. Some people have pet as a tortoise, but we can't spend more than half a day even with such a tortoise. But when Krishna came as Kurma Sharira, he is still all attracting. You know. And then here today we are going to discuss that how such a beautiful. So Krishna has Ghansham, Sham Sundar form. Yeah. So this beautiful, so many shlokas that describes the beauty of Krishna. Yeah. So here we can see in Vrindavan Leela, we can read that Krishna has a beautiful threefold bending form. Yeah, and which has the shade of like that of a dark monsoon cloud, which is just about to burst. You know, and with all the dazzling, how we say, thunderbolts coming out of that. So like this, the comparison of Krishna's beauty is made. And then such a Lord, now why he would like to take the most ferocious form, you know, which is scaring even the fear personified, you know. So the personification of fear fears this auspicious, most astonishing form of the Lord called half man, half lion. So today we are going to discuss some of the pastimes of that. And this, by discussing these pastimes, as we just chanted, Nashtaprayeshu bhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya bhagavati uttama shloke Bhaktir bhavati naishtaki nashta prayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevaya. So nityam means daily, always, not just daily, always. Nityam bhagavata sevaya. So when we say Bhagavat, so there are two Bhagavat. Which are those?
One person Bhagavat and one book Bhagavat.
One is person Bhagavat and one is book Bhagavat. Yes. So the book Bhagavat is literature incarnation of Krishna. Yeah. The Srimad Bhagavatam. It is said Srimad Bhagavatam is a Mala Purana. There is no Mala. Mala means dirt and faults and some mistakes. But Srimad Bhagavatam is a Mala Purana. Yeah. And Srimad Bhagavatam is the book Bhagavat. And then those personalities, those Vaishnavas who have, implemented the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam in their life is person Bhagavat. Yeah. So, Nashta Prayasha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya. When we serve such a person Bhagavat and book Bhagavat by reading and relishing the pastimes and implementing in our life. And being person Bhagavat is to behave, the way Krishna is guiding in the Srimad Bhagavatam. So, when we serve such Bhagavat, Abhadreshu, Abhadra. Bhadra means so inauspicious, and Abhadra, that means all the inauspiciousness is destroyed. And that's why here it is said, they are all spiritual and full of bliss. They are bliss giving. Although Lord Narasimhadev is very scary to look at, but still for Vaishnavas it is very blissful. It's very blissful. Like that. So we'll proceed ahead. So once upon a time, Kashyap Muni, Kashyap Muni got married to how many daughters of Daksha Prajapati? Many.
One.
9, okay. Prabhuji, what do you say?
I forgot.
Kashyap Muni, he got married to how many daughters of Daksha Prajapati?
Of Daksha Prajapati.
Daksha.
Many, alright, many. Prabhuji, any
That's
guess?
the closest,
Very
right?
close answer, actually. That's correct answer. 14 daughters,
14.
yes, of Daksha Prajapati.
I thought more.
So we have in Srimad Bhagavatam different personalities who at specific time, place and circumstance, under certain circumstances, they got married to more than one queen and one princess. So it was like at that time in Satya, Treta and Dwapar Yuga, so people used to take the ashrams very seriously. So the boys, when they were born, they were sent after a certain age to Gurukul, So because it is a bit difficult to get trained at home, because at home there's always a comfort zone and always the love and the care, Premanjana Churita Bhakti Vilochanena. The eyes of our parents are anointed with so much love that it doesn't allow us to undergo that severe austerities which may be at one point required to go deeper in the spiritual path. And that's the reason that the boys were sent to Gurukul. Doesn't matter. Either they were the prince of the royal kingdoms, or maybe they were simple brahmanas, or maybe someone like that. So, any specific example you would like to share, where the prince as well as a brahmana were on the same platform, performing the same austerities, sleeping on the ground and collecting the fuel of the wood and doing madhukari like this?
Krishna himself.
Krishna and
Sudama.
Sudama, yes. So Krishna was royal prince, and then Sudama was a simple brahmana. So, but they were both trained in whose ashram? Sandipani Muni's ashram. So both of them, they served their authority, their spiritual master, like a menial servant. So we should be sold out servant of our authority. So whatever the way our authority, our spiritual trainer, our teacher, the way they train us, we should be ready to go through that hardship, or that austerity of pleasing them, and then we earn their blessings, and then naturally all the realized knowledge will flow from their heart to our heart. So
One good example is Kadanamuni and Devahuti.
yes, mother.
Devahuti was a princess, or supposed to be a queen, a very beautiful princess.
Yes, mother.
And she heard from Kadamamuni the other day. We were talking with Bhaktibhushan Swami about this.
Yes, mother.
And she only heard from Kadamamuni. She never even saw him. And she decided that this is the husband she wants to have.
Yes, mother.
So she moved to his cave and performed severe austerities and served him. And he was only sitting there, closed eyes in his meditation. But then one day he opened his eyes and he was surprised that his beautiful wife, who was a princess, looked like a menial servant with simple clothes, the hair not made up, and all these things. And it's described there that Kadamun Muni was so surprised and affected to see how she surrendered to all his needs without considering any one of her needs as a princess. He was so touched by this that it's described that he immediately, all his Krishna consciousness that he acquired by his severe austerity, he immediately transferred it to her. So this is what you just described. So this is a good example how when we surrender to an authority or to a guru or to whoever that is properly situated on the spiritual path, then the mercy is flowing down and we become advanced in Krishna consciousness. We can make advancement.
Yes, mother. This is such a beautiful example. I read this pastime, but I could not the last part where what you just explained, mother. That is very, very important.
But it's described there.
Yeah, sure.
It's described there because it says surrender to the spiritual master, render menial service, ask him question. He will. Why? Because he has seen the truth. He has seen Krishna. He knows the pain of material life. So he's very compassionate. And if you surrender to such a person, he will give you the knowledge you need to make advancement. Because he is pleased. That's it. To please. When he is pleased, say, oh, this is a nice disciple. He does everything. He is surrendered. So let him have all blessings.
Yes, mother.
That's what's described. And that's what you said just now.
Yes, mother. Sure. Thank you, mother. It's really important pastime, mother. So like this, the boys used to get trained in Gurukul, and the girls they used to get trained by mother and father at home at that time. And so the boys who used to decide to continue with the brahmachari ashram. So at one point, at that time in those yugas, so many of the boys were interested in spiritual life and practicing spiritual life, tota. Yeah? So there is difference in tota and tota. Yeah? So tota means parrot in Hindi language, tota. And when we say tota, so that is garden. Yeah? So it means garden. So the garden of Gopinath. Why it is the garden of Gopinath? So Mahaprabhu and Gadadhar Pandit, they used to sit there and just imagine now. Actually, we cannot even imagine, we should not even make an attempt. But taking permission, so under the safety radar of our authorities, we can just try to make an attempt, like what, when Radha and Krishna are in solitude, when they are personally, there is no one around. Yeah, it's just only Shyam Sundar Shri Krishna and Srimati Radharani, the Queen of Vrindavan, when they will be all alone, in the Nikunja. Yeah, so what they must be talking about, and what Krishna Bhakti
Krishna Bhakti,
Krishna Prema,
Krishna Prema,
Seva Pravartan,
Seva Pravatam,
Lupta Tirtha,
Lukta Tirtha,
Uddhar Ara,
Uttadara,
Vairagya Sikshana.
Varaya Siksha.
The purpose of Mahaprabhu, Lupta Tirtha. Lupta means hidden, lost, hidden. Lupta, to lupta, hidden, lost. Lupta Tirtha, Udhar Ar, to rediscover, to re-find the lost places of the pastimes of Radha and Krishna. That was one of the major internal reason of Mahaprabhu to appear. But at the time when Mahaprabhu announced of taking sannyas, and when Mahaprabhu took sannyas, so Mother Sachi, she requested, dear Nimai, what did she say?
Don't go far.
Huh. With the feelings she said, not like this. Don't go far. She was completely devastated because previously her another son was, what was his name? Yeah, correct. Vishwarup. Vishwarup, okay, thank you very much. Yes. The audience, thank you. Vishwarupa had also taken sannyas. Now, for a mother, of the children are taking sannyas, it's too much actually. I'm not a mother. I just tried to read this pastime specifically where Mother Sachi, how she must have felt on hearing that another son, the only son, husband is also not here, Jagannath Mishra had departed. Now all she had was only Nimai, and he is also going to take sannyas. Sannyas means travel. Parivrajikacharya. Jai Om Vishnupad Paramhamsa Parivrajikacharya. One who is always traveling to spread the message of Guru Maharaj, Krishna. So she was completely sure that Nimai, if he takes sannyas, he would be also traveling, and then he would never be able to get his beloved son's beautiful lotus-like face darshan. So she requested that, dear Nimai, if possible, please you reside, make your residence in Jagannath Puri. Shri Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya ki Jai. Shri Jagannath Puri Dham ki Jai. Shri Harinam Desh Dham ki Jai. So Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu spent half of his life, 24 years, 48 years he was there on this planet. So 24 most important part of his life he spent at Jagannath Puri. And hence we all should come together to discuss the glories of Jagannath Puri. We have beautiful Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Maiya here. We are taking it very lightly, believe me, dear devotees. It's very deep. Mahaprabhu, he was after, so he started expressing his devotee form, devotee qualities. He was completely in trance, completely lost in Krishna Prema, to the most ecstatic highest stage. And he used to just be in Gambhira day and night, weeping and remembering Krishna. Ha Krishna, Ha Krishna, Ha Krishna, Kothai Krishna, like that, And devotees had to lock him up. The Gambhira room. So who has been to Gambhira?
Where it is?
It's in Jagannath Puri.
Okay, so probably I've been there without
Yes, sir. Anyone has been to Gambhira? Chai, Hemangopal Prabhu, Haribol. Yes. So Gambhira, if you go, it's a small room, So it's a very, very small room. It's not that big. And just imagine Mahaprabhu was, I heard, please correct me, he was very tall. 7 feet or like that? He was very tall. And the room, if you go and see now, it's very small, But Mahaprabhu, it's Gambhira means serious. Very, very grave, serious, The pressure and the silence we feel at the bottom of the ocean, that Gambhira, it means. So there, they used to lock Mahaprabhu because in trance, Mahaprabhu used to run away to the ocean to give up his life, in ecstasy, in missing Krishna, Vipralamba Bhava. So like this, so Jagannath Puri is very special place, and this place, so Mahaprabhu wanted to depart, and then he, as a etiquette, as a Vaishnava etiquette, he just begged for the permission from Gadadhar Pandit, and Gadadhar said, I will die in your absence, in your viraha. So I will also join you. And Mahaprabhu says, Gadadhar, this is not at all a good idea. You have taken Kshetra sannyas. You are promised not to leave this area. Kshetra means area, and sannyas means that he will only be in that area. So Gadadhar had taken promise not to leave Jagannath Puri. And Gadadhar said, Mahaprabhu, for your pleasure, for your association, I am ready to go to hell. I am ready to break all the promises. And Mahaprabhu, he was like very disciplined, very strict. Especially after taking sannyas, he was like super strict. And then he, lovingly chastised Gadadhar, and Gadadhar had to stay back. And then Mahaprabhu said, dear Gadadhar, and Mahaprabhu started digging at that place where they used to sit and shed unlimited tears. Bhagavatam used to get wet. At that time, it was also very difficult to get the papers for printing actually, So that so Prabhuji was explaining that, I don't know who was that? Who was asking?
Maharaj asked. Satyananda
Yes,
Maharaj
but
asked.
who went to the king, and who was that devotee who asked for this paper?
I think Jiva Goswami or Sanatan Goswami.
Jiva Goswami. So Srila Jiva Goswami, he had made some of the royal prince as the students, and something had happened actually. He had won with Akbar, I guess, with Akbar. So Akbar and Birbal. Akbar had invited Jiva Goswami to have a debate with Birbal, and I guess yes, like this, or something like that, So Jiva Goswami was victorious, and he had won that big contest. Now just imagine, the ruler of that complete country had invited Srila Jiva Goswami. So to what level that debate must be, and the prize, what it must be. He could have asked for kingdom, he could have asked for like a lot of wealth, but Jiva Goswami, he asked for papers for printing Srimad Bhagavatam, for writing Srimad Bhagavatam on, because paper was not available like that. I should be grateful, not grateful, but careful in using the technology and the books that we have by the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, so easily. The Bhagavatam is just available next to our pillow. When we wake up, Bhagavatam is there. But at a time, for getting one copy of Bhagavatam, they had to travel, months and months. And they didn't even had proper road or night lamp or proper Google Maps or something, nothing they had. And they had to walk like many of time barefoot through the like thorny forest with so many wild animals. So how eager we must be, to receive Srimad Bhagavatam, by the mercy of Prabhupada and all our acharyas. So like this, Mahaprabhu started digging, and there came the beautiful deity of Gopinath, and then this Gopinath deity was given to Gadadhar, and Mahaprabhu said, oh Gadadhar, this Gopinath deity is not different from me. You feed him, you love him, you worship him, and I will be the one who will be exchanging, the reciprocations. And then the Gopinath was standing actually, and then the devotees also brought Radharani and I think Lalita Sakhi, on the right side. Right is Lalita, right, always? Or Vishakha? Lalita. Lalita is dear to Radha, and Lalita is dear to Krishna, and Vishakha is dear to Radha, like that I heard actually. So at one point when Gadadhar was quite old, and he could not stand and feed the tall deity of Gopinathji, so Gadadhar, looking at the condition of Gadadhar Pandit, Gopinathji, the tall deity of Gopinathji, decided to sit down in this pose. The deity is sitting now in this pose. He was standing, but now if you go, so the deity is sitting like this. Gopinath sat down so that Gadadhar could feed him. So this beautiful place is called Tota Gopinath. Let us everyone try.
Tota Gopinath.
No, Prabhuji. Once again, you said wrong.
Tota Gopinath.
There we go. There we go. Thank you. It's the Tota first time. Yes, everyone else said correct, Prabhuji. Tota Gopinath. Now, Tota Gopinath ki
Jai.
Yes. And now we will be back to the pastime of our Lord Narasimhadev. Going next. So as we discussed, so I think half of the presentation we will be discussing now, and remaining half we will be discussing tomorrow morning. So because there's a lot of slides here and we cannot cover everything, and if we just rush, then we miss the essence. So we'll go slow and whatever we could cover. So, but if you feel bored or tired, or if I speak something wrong, please feel free to stop me and correct me.
No?
Yes. Okay. And mother, also please indicate me when to stop. Then I will stop at that time.
What time is it now?
8 o'clock. 8 o'clock.
More than.
Yeah, 8 o'clock, and we started late. We started 1 hour late. So you have another hour time. And it's being, Himangat, this is being recorded. This means anybody can listen to it later on
Okay.
again. So
Okay.
please continue talking.
Okay. I hope you are able to. So the slides are
Yes.
visible. Okay. Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
See you tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
On the
Thank you very
dance.
much. I'm sorry.
Mangalarti. So it all started in Sati Yuga, where Kashyap Muni he got married to the 14 daughters of Daksha Prajapati, and 2 daughters were named Diti and Aditi. Yeah, and so that's where actually the names Daityas and Adityas came. Yeah, so we'll go that in detail. So once upon a time, it was evening, and so Diti, she got intense desire to associate with her husband. Yeah. And there, so it was dense evening, and then Kashyap Muni, he was absorbed in the meditation and worshipping the Lord, because it is said that in Brahma Muhurat, yeah, all the devatas are roaming around, and those who keep sleeping, they miss the blessings of the devatas. Yeah. And in the evening, Mahadev is roaming around, along with all the
Ganas. Ganas?
yes, and
Ghosts.
yes,
Gana.
yes, Ganas, Bhuta, Pisacha, like this, all the Pret and like this, Brahma Rakshasas, whoever were there. So Mahaprabhu, Mahadev is called also who's Nath?
Bhutnath.
Bhutnath. Yes. So Mahadev is called Bhutnath, and so when someone leaves the body in a very unnatural state, like when someone commits suicide or someone meets an accident. So before it goes, Jai Shri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra Maiya Ki Jai Darshan Karo Bhagwan Lord Bhagwan Ki So when a person leaves his body pre-timely, so for example, someone was supposed to live for 80 years, but that person, out of the circumstances, out of weakness, committed suicide. So that's a very grave sin, because Krishna has given us this body, and then we have some pluses and minuses in our life. He's clearing off our past karmas using our present body, And then here, when someone commits suicide, that means he is breaking the facilities of Krishna, he is breaking the plan of Krishna. And then such a person still have to be trapped in the shuttle body for the remaining span of his life, And then such a person becomes Bhuta, Preta, Pisachas, hobgoblins, witches and like this, And amongst them, the most dangerous are Brahma Rakshasas. These are those who were Brahmanas, who used to practice, the rules and regulations of the scriptures, but either they committed suicide or, they died unnatural death. So they become Brahma Rakshasas, with the very scary eyes. It is mentioned in the Nasim prayers. We'll read today one of the prayer. So such people who are trapped in the shuttle bodies in such abominable species, no one, entertains them. And then Mahadev is Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu. He is a Vaishnavanam Yatha Shambhu, the great among the Vaishnavas. And Vaishnavas are Para Dukhe
Dukhi.
Dukhi, and Para Sukhe Sukhi. So others, when they are happy, I be happy. Others, when they are in dukkha, that is my dukkha. I will do something. If I love them, I will do something to take them out of their misery, unhappiness, dukkhas, And then Mahadev, what he does is, he goes to this crematorium.
Shiva, Mahadev.
Shiva. Yes. So Lord Shiva, what he does is, he goes to such crematorium grounds where the bodies were burnt like this, and then they take the ashes and he applies, So it is said that at the time when we give up this body, we get the painful, we get the painful experience as if, how many?
16,000.
60,000 scorpions biting us at the same time, So that is the pain. Now, it's not actually the scorpions are biting, but the pain is compared to that 60,000 scorpions are biting. Now, what for we feel that pain, What is the reason we feel that pain? So, it is nothing but the attachment we develop with this body. We don't want to leave this body because we are trying to enjoy through this body. We have some plans, some strategies to enjoy this, exploit this material world through this body. At the same reason that Ajamil's soul was dragged out by the Yamadutas. He was not willing to give up his body, but Ajamil was dragged out. So like this, we can see that the bodies are burnt immediately after one leaves the body, because when the body is destroyed, the attachment is also destroyed. Like this, the body is supposed to be burnt as soon as one, or maybe, this is for the conditioned souls, but for the pure devotees, so their bodies are also worshipable. So they have samadhis, So even after leaving the body and the body is still burnt, so one is still having a hope. The soul who is trapped in the shuttle body is still having a hope that my ashes are still there. And Mahadev, what he does is, he takes the ashes and puts it on his body, and then he goes to the Kailash. And then these souls, they say, oh, that is my body, he has taken. And then they also follow Mahadev, So then, there, Mahadev engages all of them in reciting Ram Leela and Krishna Leela. And like this, Mahadev is trying to deliver them. And he's also so compassionate that he takes extra effort that at the evening time on his vehicle, what is his name?
Nandi.
Nandi Maharaj ki.
Yeah.
So Nandi ji, on which Mahadev sits, and then follows by all these personalities you can see downstairs, there. And there, when Mahadev sees someone is engaging in a physical intimacy at the time of evening, so there Mahadev puts one such soul in the womb of that mother, of the like that. So that is how. So Diti, here it is said that it was a time of evening, and by the providence of the Supreme, Lord, by the will of the providence, as it said, that mother. So Diti, she was afflicted by the 6 arrows of Cupid, Kamadev. So Kamadev has 6 arrows. It's like progressive increase of lusty desire, So Harshanam, Rochanam, like this there are 6 arrows, and Kamadev shot all these 6 arrows on Diti, and Diti was completely affected by the sense desire to have, progeny. And then she just disturbed the meditation of Kashyapa Muni, and she just expressed the desire that I want to have a child, And then Kashyapa Muni, he warned Diti, it is not appropriate. You consider the time. You are the daughter of the great Daksha Prajapati. Who is Daksha Prajapati? Who is son of Brahma. Yeah, he's a son of Brahma. He's a great worshipper of Mahavishnu initially, and after the pastime of Sati, that. So he also became the great adorable personality of Lord Shiva also. He's worshipping Mahadev, and Lord Vishnu and Brahmaji. And the granddaughter of Brahma, how intelligent she should be actually. But here she is acting otherwise. And there, so Kashyap Muni is warning that if you engage in such a task at this inauspicious time, then the results will be. So there is a big, discussion happening between Kashyap Muni and the Diti. He is warning the result will not be auspicious. So you will be completely the children that you will get. They will be the cause of distress and they will be the cause of disharmony with the Supreme Lord's desire. So they will be the demons and then like this. But Diti was so much affected. It is said that in the Purport Prabhupada mentions that she caught hold of the dhoti of Kashyap Muni as if a prostitute catches a passerby on the street, And then, so Kashyap Muni, so it is the duty of husband to satisfy wife, to take care of wife, financial needs, psychological needs, spiritual needs, material needs, and the physical needs. And then, when husband keeps the wife happy in such a terms and conditions, the wife does not have any reason to disobey husband and cheat on husband like that. So husband has to be very careful in taking good care of the wife, because he promised in the yajna that he will be protecting his wife. So husband, as a good husband, Kashyap Muni was completely aware of the risk he's taking. Who would like to be called the father of demons, So he is a Trikaldarshi. He could see, he could forecast. He told Diti, it is not at all suitable. The results are destructible, abominable. Don't do that. Don't do that. Just the way when Duryodhan was born, the jackals started howling. It was so dense, dark. The wind was flowing, hot winds was blowing. There was volcanoes, tsunamis like this, And so the great personalities told, especially the Vidura, he told, oh dear elder brother, listen to me, my good advice. Give up this, this child. He will be the cause of the destruction of complete Kuru dynasty. But Dhritarashtra was so attached, he could not give up. And then you all know the history, So here Kashyap Muni warned Diti, but Diti could not, because she was shot by the 6 arrows of Cupid, Kamadev. There is no way one is getting saved from the Cupid's arrows. So Kamesha, Krodesha,
Rajoguna Samudbhava.
Kam Esha, Krodha Esha. So Cupid will shoot the arrows. Kam. If the calm desire is not fulfilled, it turns into
Anger.
Wrath. Wrath. Simple example. Anyone would like to give simple example from Bhagavatam somewhere? Where Cupid is directly dealing with a great personality.
I don't have it in mind right now. I'm absorbed in what you're saying, so I forget everything else.
Okay. So there is a beautiful pastime. All the devatas, they were tormented by demons, and they wanted to have a general, commander, of the Devata army. So who is the general of Devata army? Who is the commander of Devata army? Kartikeya, right? Kashyap Prabhu.
Who is there?
Kashyap.
Kartikeya.
Kashyap Prabhu, Akshay Prabhu. There are many. There are
Kartikeya.
Can you tell how many people are there?
Kashyap
Son of Shiva.
and.
Hari Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hi.
Say,
Hare Krishna.
there's Shamashwari Priya, Kashyap Prabhu Puja.
Hare Krishna.
Whoa.
So I'll just
Upar.
and say Hare Krishna. Okay.
Very super.
And
उसको बढ़ाना
Hari Bol.
there we go.
Hare Krishna.
Everyone gave.
Oh, nice.
So they are all. So everyone, please beg blessings from Mother Dina Sharana. This is the perfect chance,
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Hare Bol.
Blessings. Krishna's blessings for you. I hope they can come on Sunday to get the blessings from the Shingadev.
Yes, Mother.
I am very sorry I couldn't come today.
What she said?
She said she is very sorry she could not come. She was planning to come, Puja
Yeah,
Mataji,
yeah.
but that she had to take
I
care
am
of.
so good.
At least you can hear.
At least.
You can hear.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
And I think that Jagannath, that's great. Thank you very much.
Jai. Hare Krishna. So that pastime, okay, where, thank you, Kashyap Prabhu. How now, what do I do?
Didn't share the screen.
I presented you. Yes.
Did you prepare this or did your wife prepare this?
This one actually, not my wife, but my very close friend, Sanaj Prabhuji.
I figured, because he knows everything, so I figured.
So we both sat together actually.
Huh?
Then, so I just created a rough draft and then we sat together and finalized it.
Nice.
So, but his input were there.
So next time his turn to give class.
Absolutely, mother. Absolutely. Actually, he can continue the remaining half tomorrow
He
morning.
knows everything.
No, anyway, we put your name there, so next time we'll put his name there.
Yes, mother. So the Devatas, they were completely like getting tormented by the Rakshasas now and then, and their army was completely disorganized. So here they went, they went to Brahma, and then they were expecting that Brahmaji would give some solution for a commander, Kartikeya. So he's the son of Lord Shiva, and then Mahadev, Lord Shiva, was completely absorbed in remembering the pastimes of the Lord, Krishna. He's always, whenever he's in meditation, he is remembering the pastimes of Sri Ram and Lord Sri Krishna. So he was in meditation, and there is no one who would dare to bring him out of his meditation. Not even his dear wife Gauri, Mother Parvati. So the Devatas made a plan, very stupid one. It costed someone's life. So what did they do?
They sent Kamadev, right?
They sent Kamadev. Kamadev, Kamadev was so innocent, he just accepted the proposal. And they just went, they said, dear Kamadev, so you have a very, very important role in saving all the Devata army. He says, what? You have to go and shoot your powerful arrows on Lord Shiva, and then create such a nice atmosphere where Lord Shiva will unite with Mother Parvati, and then they will have a son who will be as powerful as Lord Shiva, who will be our commander in general. And then Kamadev agreed. So they all went to the place where Mahadev was performing his meditation. And then Kamadev shot his arrows. Like this. All the arrows he shot at once. He understood with whom he was dealing. And then Mahadev was completely undisturbed. So, but at one point, he just lost it actually. And that who is trying to create disturbance in my meditation on the Supreme Lord Krishna? He just opened his third eye. So Mahadev is also called as Ashutosh, who is one who is easily pleased, but also one who is easily angered. It's like almost all the Vaishnavas, because I've seen all the Vaishnavas, they are like easily angered, but then just say something sweet, they are easily pleased, so nothing stays in the heart. So,
can I ask you a question before you continue? Don't forget what you wanted to say.
yes.
But still, I have a question that's there.
Yes.
Like Shiva, we know from the books that Shiva is meditating on Lord Krishna. Yes? But my question is, I got to know Lord Shiva before I knew Krishna consciousness,
Yes, Mother.
because as you know, I went to India for 2 years walking around, but that's another story. So you see Lord Shiva, you see Ganesh there, you see Hanuman there, you see Durga there, you see, and can you imagine a Western lady going to India and seeing all these things? You have no idea what it means, what's it. So, but even in India, most of the people, correct me if I'm wrong, they're Shaivites.
Mm-hmm.
They are not Vaishnavas or others, they're Shaivites.
Yes, Mother.
By being a Shaivite, do they know that they worship Lord Shiva and that Lord Shiva is meditating on Lord Krishna? Do they know this or they don't know this? Because it's very rare that we hear that Lord Shiva says, actually, if you become perfect by serving me, ultimately your next step will be to become a devotee of Lord Krishna.
Yes,
But do they know this in India, the Shaivites?
so
I've never heard that they know this. I've never heard it from there. I only heard it from Prabhupada's books.
yes, they don't know that.
They don't know, huh?
Mhm.
Okay. I don't want to distract from your point. That was just burning me too.
Yes, they don't know that.
Yeah.
And there is also a wonderful pastime of Shankaracharya, Adi Shankaracharya. So, Adi Shankaracharya is incarnation of Mahadev, Lord Shiva. And then at one point when he was going with his disciples, so at one point he saw there were some people who called themselves as Shaivites,
Yes, please.
who called themselves as Shaivites, but then they were trying to do intoxication.
Yeah.
And then, so on inquiry, so they told that they're just following Lord Shiva, what Lord Shiva had done, because Lord Shiva had gulped down all this Kalakuta fish which came out on the surface of the milk ocean in the churning of the ocean pastime. And that's the reason they are also trying to do some this intoxication with this, especially it's called bhang in India. It is very intoxicating, it's like ganja or something, you know. So, and then Adi Shankaracharya, so he said that if you're trying to imitate Lord Shiva, you know, so you can also imitate what he can drink. Lord Shiva can also drink hot molten metal.
Yeah.
So you should also drink.
Yeah.
And then they understood their position.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. So you continue.
Yes, Mother. So Lord Shiva was at one, and then he opened his third eye, and with that third eye, he burnt Cupid into nothing, not even ashes. You know, everything was gone. You know, like this. So Kam Esha, Krodha Esha, Rajogono Samudbhavaha, like this. So when the lusty desire is not fulfilled, wrath develops. You know, so and with wrath, then the delusion of the intelligence and like that. You know, so in this pastime, we can see that Diti gave up right in the first step itself. So she got affected by the 6 arrows of Cupid and she gave up completely. And then Kashyap Muni, it was his duty to satisfy, to protect the wife's desire. So he had to engage, you know, knowingly he engaged in that task. Unfortunately, he was aware of the risk, you know, and then, so it is described in the chapter, if you read about how Hiranyakashipu and Hiranyakshas was born. Can you find the chapter in Srimad Bhagavatam? Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 7. It is amazing description there, how when they were born, so what kind of
Kommst du alles so weg, dass die morgen alles finden, ne?
I think Canto 6
Also
probably.
nicht morgen, sondern übermorgen.
No, sir.
No, 6 no, about of year. So we'll just discuss this and then we'll be back on our we'll take leave. So we'll just discuss this slide and one more slide after that.
Born of.
Give me that.
No, just born. Yeah.
मिला क्या?
Yeah.
Give me.
It is.
All the people are waiting.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice.
You found it?
Third.
Lovely, thank you.
Let's see the purport and then before reading.
Yes. This is the chapter 20, conversation between Maitreya and Vidura. Jai Maitreya Rishi ki.
Jai.
Sorry, Prabhuji, this is from Bhagavatam you're reading?
Yes, I'm going to read something if I find it properly. If not, then so Yeah, I am not able to find the description.
You can
but-
just speak it.
Okay,
Speak
I'll-
what you know. We know
Yes.
it's from the Bhagavatam.
Yes, yes. So all the scary symptoms started appearing, and two terrible, babies just entered in the womb of Diti, and they just suddenly appeared out of the womb, and then they started growing, and they were very fearful and scary to look at. So like this, I just shortcut it, but it's very lot of details. And one of them was Hiranyaksha, and one of was Hiranyakashipu. So very first one who entered the womb was Hiranyaksha, and the second one who entered the womb was Hiranyakashipu. But one who came out first was Hiranyakashipu, and the second one was Hiranyaksha. So like this, there is this dilemma: who is elder and who is younger one. So from that entering point of view, Hiranyaksha was elder, but the later point of view, Hiranyakashipu was elder and Hiranyaksha was younger. Like that. And there, so Hiranyaksha, to please his elder brother, so now they are demons, and so Diti was completely terrified, and she was like devastated to realize now what mistake she had done. So, and then there's something happens, then she gets a boon that at least that their children will be killed by the Supreme Personality of Godhead himself personally. And like this, she was specified that Krishna will personally come to release their offsprings, so like this. And then that's where the Daityas, they come from Diti, and the Adityas, so Daitya means demons, and Adityas were demigods, they come from Aditi. Yeah? So one should follow the example of Aditi and not the Diti. From this we can see here. And one should be very careful and strict in following rules and regulations of the scriptures. And without the permissions of our authorities and Vaishnavas, one should not do anything. Otherwise, in ignorance, we may end up in such a disastrous situations. So there are so many people who like have alcohol, and then in that contaminated, intoxicated state, they try to have babies, and then the offsprings, they come out, they create havoc in their life. So it's like that. But otherwise, Vaishnavas, they have such a nice.
They create havoc not just in the life of their families, for the whole world. They create havoc for the whole world.
Yes, mother. So that's how Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu was born. And we'll discuss one more slide today, and we'll end today the class here. So here we see Keshavadhrita.
Himasharya?
No,
Sukarupa.
I got it.
Sukarupa.
Everyone. Keshavadhrita Shukararupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare.
And he is placed in the southwest corner of the universe. Yeah, Varahadev southwest. Before when I said I go out, I'm looking for a picture.
Yes, Mother.
I cannot find my bag where I have all the avatars.
Krishna.
Because in my apartment, underneath the paint,
Yes.
all the avatars are on the right places, and he is on the southwest part of the place. So I went upstairs, I would try to find my bag, was on, I don't know, because I didn't take care of this for so many years, I don't even know where it is. So I came without it. Yeah.
Yes, Mother. So, even in the demoniac traditions, you can see even they were Danavas who were like completely against the principles of Dharma, against the desires, against the wishes of Lord Vishnu, But still you can see how they gel in with each other, brotherhood. So, Guru Maharaj, when he was giving class on Ramayana at one point, he was explaining the biggest fear of parents is that, if they have two sons, the biggest fear is that they don't end up becoming enemies of each other.
Mm.
So they were explaining when they were explaining the harmony between all the four brothers. So especially Lakshman and Ram and Bharat and Shatrugna. So we can also learn actually. So Prabhupada says that one can also learn from mafia. So we can learn discipline from mafias. And then Prabhupada says that gold is gold. Doesn't matter where we find it. Even if it's in a garbage bin or in a jeweler shop, it has equal value. So like this, Prabhupada says that one should have that vision to learn good from wherever it is possible. So here, so again, Srila Radhanath Maharaj was commenting that the brotherhood between Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. So Hiranyakashipu is just a bit elder to Hiranyaksha. But look at this. He tried to serve his brother like a menial servant. Okay. So ironically, but he did it. So, and to please his elder brother Hiranyakashipu, he went out and started creating havoc and amongst the devotees, amongst the brahmanas, amongst the devatas. He started exploiting. He started taking out all the gold.
Can you come to I'm sorry to interrupt you. Can you elaborate a little bit more about this, as you said?
Yes,
All these.
yes. So, which part, Mataji, exactly?
The gold, as you said, it could be industrial or it could be jeweler shop, but after that you said something, it was not very clear to me.
Yeah, I just started, Mataji. So the gold, so Hiranyaksha started exploiting, taking out all the gold from Mother Earth, and because he took out almost everything, all the golds and minerals and valuable, jewels from Earth, so the Earth lost its balance, and the Earth sank in the ocean. And then it is said that, logically, generally, it is said that when it's a nature of the wild boars and the pigs actually to reside in unclean places. So when Mother Earth drowned in such an unclean place, patal, like bottom of the ocean, so Lord Krishna, he had to take such a form that meets up with the time, place, and circumstances. He didn't come as a fish. He didn't come as a kurma here. He came as a Varaha avatar, as a wild boar, because boars, it's the nature of the boar to live in such a place. So if you want to take out something from such a place, so he needs to have such a form. Let's look at this, the sloka we chanted. Now let us chant once again that sloka. Okay. Krishna Nama Krishna Guna Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishna Nama Krishna Guna Krishna Lila Vrinda.
Krishnera Swarupa Sama Savachit Ananda.
Krishnera Swarupa Sama Savachit Ananda.
Read Prabhu translation.
Krishna's holy name, transcendental qualities and transcendental pastimes are all equal to Lord Krishna himself. They are all spiritual and full of bliss.
Bliss. So if you read the pastime of Varahadev, how he appeared, so it's amazing how he appeared. I think he appeared from the nostrils of Brahma. Yes.
Can I tell you something about this?
Please.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Here we have the river. Yeah?
Yes.
The river. And by the river, there's the bank of the river.
Yes.
And we have wild boar outside there in the forest.
Yes.
And they come on the bank of the river and they, how to say,
They dig
Was.
they dig
They
the
dig
earth.
the earth, yes.
Yeah. And then it says, on the Varaha's appearance day, we have to go to a river where boars are and where the boars are digging the earth, and we should go in the earth and put the earth all over the body and go in the river and go in the earth. And we are doing this on Varaha's appearance day,
Wow.
out there. Because we have it right there.
Amazing. Huh?
I just wanted to say, and we even sell packages of this earth in the shop.
We have one.
I have that.
Let's do it.
Just to tell you that, yeah.
It's
Okay.
stated in the Bhagavatam.
Huh?
It's stated in the Bhagavatam.
Yeah, it's stated in the Bhagavatam on Varaha's appearance that we should do this, so we do this.
And you will become very rich by doing it.
We become very rich. Look how rich we are.
Jai, amazing. Yes, mother.
Okay.
We will also join mother then.
Yes,
From
okay,
now
so
onwards,
we
now
will
we know.
celebrate Varaha's appearance day this year.
Yes, mother.
Yeah.
Yes. Everyone will join. All the boys and everyone will join.
Yeah.
Yes, Puja Mataji and everyone will be joining. Both the Puja Matajis.
Yes.
Also, Shameshwari Priya would be here by then, hopefully.
Okay, hopefully.
Jagannath choice.
Yes.
Again.
Jagannath choice.
So we have a lot of fun.
I would not
Yes.
miss the fun. I will be here, mother. Now I know. I didn't knew that.
See, we're trying to understand what it says in the Bhagavatam,
Yes.
and we're trying to apply it in our simple life, because here it's boring out here, nothing is going on.
Yes.
We never go to the city, we go to the movie, we're not going nowhere, we're stuck here, So we have to apply what we hear from the Bhagavatam and have the understanding, by this, the understanding the blessings and the feeling of it,
So amazing.
Krishna is blessing us with this.
Yes, mother.
Okay.
Jai.
Yeah.
So, Varaha, he came out from the nostrils of Brahma, if I'm wrong, please correct me.
Yeah, you're correct.
Then he started growing bigger and bigger and bigger and he was such a big size that Brahma could not even see, like he was just seeing a pore of Varahadev. And then Varahadev goes deep in that place, and then with the tusk he takes out the Bhumi. Bhumi is called earth, earth is called Bhumi. And that's the reason that many people in India, they have absolutely no idea about this, that earth, Mother Earth is also wife actually of Varahadev, consort. So if you go in Ahobilam or some other South Indian places, there where we have the deity of Varahadev. So Lakshmiya Lingita Vamangam Vibhuti Vir Upashritam. Lakshmi Alingita. Alinga means embrace. So Lord Narasimha, Varaha, they're embracing Lakshmi on the left side. But on the right side, they have Bhumi. Especially Varahadev deity, you will see, Bhumi is sitting on one lap and Lakshmi is sitting on other lap of Varahadev. So like this we can see. And that's the reason that when Krishna departed from this planet, so the personality who felt the most Vipralamba Bhav was Mother Earth. Because it was Mother Earth who was in constant touch with the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna. And now that Krishna has departed, so Mother Earth was devastated completely. So that's how we see the relation between Lord and Earth actually. So how we should take good care of planet Earth, because that is the concept of the Lord and our mother, like that. So Varahadev then kills Hiranyaksha, and then it is said in Bhagavatam, you can read in this chapter which I was reading, chapter 6. Hiranyakashipu becomes a great poet, a great philosopher. He becomes the Shakespeare of Satyuga. He started reciting. He became, the Vyasadeva of demons. So he started reciting big philosophies. So we'll discuss that tomorrow. Like how come Hiranyakashipu, reciting. He's mentioning even to his family members, the body is temporary, like these things.
So now I have a little question.
Yes, mother.
Today we came that far.
Yes.
Tomorrow we're going to come that far. Who's going to tell us the Nishinga story on Sunday if you're not going to be here? What's going to happen there? Hey, you cannot bring us that far and then drop us.
No, like in the middle we are always.
Oh, yeah. We're going to go in the river there and drown ourselves.
Yes. So, with your blessings.
What are you doing on Sunday?
Well, Saturday is the Harinam, and Sunday morning actually I had some. We are traveling on next week for an audit, so I had to prepare something for the next week, mother. And after that, so I think I'll be.
Where are you going to be for Nishinga Caturdasi?
So if
In Offenbach there or what?
yes, if I'm done with the work, mother, then
Are you going to give class there?
I have asked Prabhuji, so he told that if you don't have any senior devotee, then maybe I can give mother.
But then if you're going to do it, can we hear it here at least? Because then we can connect it.
Yeah.
Because we don't have anyone here. Can we do the same thing from there, here?
Yes.
Because if you're going to leave us without Nishingadev here, you tell us all this, we're going all this way, and then all of a sudden, Nishingadev doesn't appear here.
Yes, mother. Yes, mother.
Anyway, that's my proposal. You have to decide what to do. But at what time are you going to speak? Or you have to record it, maybe we can hear. Anyway, the two of you, because I guess you're going to be together.
We'll keep it live, mother.
Huh?
We'll bring it live.
At what time is it going to be?
About
Live
6:00.
there and live here, I don't know if it's the proper time.
It will start around 2 o'clock, mother.
No, class starts at 2:15,
Yes,
2:30.
2:50.
maybe.
Yeah.
Sunday too.
Because that's the time usually we have a kirtan, but it's okay. If this is what we're going to do, if you start with a kirtan, we have a short kirtan, and then you speak.
Yes, mother.
How long are you going to speak?
So I think 1 hour to 1 hour 30, 1 hour,
1
Max.
hour?
but
Okay,
it will be with proper Russian translation one after another. So
because we have to do Abhishek and all
Mhm.
this has to be.
yes, mother.
But at least if it's recorded, so that at least we can hear it, we can put it on the thing after.
Okay, mother.
Can you do that?
Yes.
Can I? Is
I
it
will-
not too much
No,
expected of you?
No, I will organize, mother.
Yeah, can
That it
you
is live
organize?
streamed
That
HD.
either we listen at the same time or you record it so that we can hear it because normally for us, class time would be at 4:30,
Mm-hmm.
so then we can listen to it. Because otherwise, I don't know, are you going to tell us about Nishingadev tomorrow morning already? Or not?
Yes.
Because if you got us that far today, how far are you going to get us tomorrow morning?
Yes.
And then the Nishingadev part is going to be missing.
No. I will complete, but I will also if nothing is planned here, mother, and so we can take care of the live streaming nicely, which should not be any problem.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but we have I have one idea, but it's very not so feasible. But
Which is the idea? Are we finished for now?
Yes, I
We're
think.
finished. Are
yes.
they gone?
No, they are there. So I just.
So you want close up first,
Yes, mother.
and then we can discuss
Mhm.
other things.
Jai. Okay, dear devotees.
thank you.
Then switch on your videos. Let's say a very nice goodbye to Mother Dina Sharan and all the devotees here. Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna.
Jai Akshay Prabhu, Puja
See you in
Mataji.
the Harinam tomorrow. Hare Krishna.
Hari Bol, Hari Bol.
Haribol,
Oh,
Haribol.
Harinam,
Hari Ram,
Dev
Hari
Sam
Yagya ki
Jai.
Hari Prabhupada ki jai, Nishingadev Caturdasi ki jai.
Jai.
Hari 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 Bol.
Haribol.
Let's give a special blessings to all of them, Mother.
Yeah, Hare Krishna. My blessings that you have a nice Harinam tomorrow.
Yes.
And Nishinga Caturdasi on Sunday. And we get a lot Nishingadev's protection for all of us.
Haribol.
Hari Bol.
Nishingadev ki jai.
Hare Krishna.
Bhagavan.